Today's show is brought to you by Bogart Extractors, an industry leader in hydrocarbon extraction. Over the last decade, Bogart has implemented many new technologies which have helped to revolutionize the way hydrocarbon extractions are performed. Each unit is made with sanitary stainless steel and is built and tested right here in the USA. Their certified system for use in licensed facility meet all NFPA and ASME standards and undergo peer reviewed by third-party engineers to ensure facilities and its employees can operate safely. Beyond simply making a functional extractor, Bogart has many additional features which make extraction faster and more cost-effective compared to other manufacturers. These features include hydrocarbon failing films to supercharge evaporation rates, heavy-duty explosion-proof pumps for flammable liquids and vapors, industrial chillers capable of maintaining large tanks of solvent at temperatures below 60 Celsius. They also offer extensive tech support and consultation services. So whether you need to set up an extraction lab from scratch or you just need some replacement gaskets, give them a call at 855-553-3887 or check out their website at www.bogart.com.
What is that? Where is that? And then once you develop your philosophy, what makes sense to you, and trust your instincts, your spirit, then find people that align with you. If you don't like what they're telling you, if it doesn't gel with your intuition, go find someone else. Go find someone that is on your page. You don't need to get on their page. They need to get on your page. And the first step is figuring out what your page is, define it, understand it, and then find people to get on your team, not vice versa.
Welcome to the Miracle Plant Podcast, the show that inspires, promotes, and gives you a daily dose of inspiration from the people who have used cannabis to change their lives in extraordinary ways. Here's your host, Justin Benton.
Welcome back to the Miracle Plant Podcast, where we discuss this miracle plant with so many names and how it's helping people in so many extraordinary ways. Well, today we've got an exciting announcement. We had a Heal the World Week from February 7th to February 11th, where we were getting out there and spreading the word about this miracle plant and helping people heal the world, which started with first thing was self-care. Making a commitment to actually take care of yourself. Imagine that. Just like when you're on a plane and you lose cabin pressure, the first thing they tell you to do is to put the oxygen mask on your face so you can breathe and then you can help others, which is actually the second pillar of Heal the World Week, which is helping others. You make a commitment during the week to do something for someone else. And then the third commitment that we ask for Heal the World Week is that you share the message, spread the word about Heal the World Week and the miracle plant and how it's helped you or helped others. And we had a dream contest put up for whoever shared the most about the miracle plant and Heal the World Week. And after thousands of shares and so many people signing up and all kinds of media attention and it's just been extraordinary, we have a winner to announce. And so with no further ado, the person who shared the message about Heal the World Week the most, and it was all a competition that we had all these cool things of sharing it all over the social media. The award winner is Latara Parker, wins a 7-day dream vacation, all inclusive, all expenses paid, to the Caribbean and the Dominican Republic to go out there and relax and do some self-care and get a honeymoon for who she's been recently married. Latara Parker, congratulations on winning the Caribbean dream vacation. All right.
Congratulations. I didn't realize it was 7 days.
God.
I had been working harder, even though it had been.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. Thank you guys so much. It is really a dream, I tell you. And just by doing something that I absolutely love, which is being a brand ambassador for 101 CBD, 101 Hemp, and being part of the Miracle Plant family. And oh my God, I'm still kind of speechless. I'm just like taking it all in, I just, honestly believe in spreading the word about something that's good. Sharing is caring. And, I get to do some self-care for 7 days in the Dominican Republic. So I am excited. My husband is completely speechless. We were just sitting back watching videos on YouTube this morning for the Dominican Republic, and just sitting there just looking at each other like, wow, we're really going to get a chance to go here and not really have to come out of pocket for too much. So it's truly a blessing. I do it all over again, and I'm just looking forward to continuing to be a part of this family and this journey and helping people around the world heal. Our mission of having a lot of people knowing that the miracle plant heals by, I think the year is 2025. I think our goal is like 1 billion. So I'm going to do my part to help contribute to that 1 billion people. So I'm just happy. Oh my God, I'm here, you guys. I'm like just, I don't even know what else to say.
Well,
Well,
that's saying something if you don't have anything to say about it, Latara, because you, like me and my mother and Kristin, are quite the extroverted, talkative folk. So when we're speechless, that really means it's something special. So you were going to say
Yes.
something there, Mom?
I just was. So besides, whatever you did to win the contest and your sharing and things, you just deserve this. I mean, you have health issues yourself. Your daughter has health issues. You're working and you're constantly helping other people and spreading the word. And you've been a big supporter of the product and our family and the goals. So I can't think of actually a better person that I know who deserved the vacation more, and especially a honeymoon that I'm sure you were too busy with working and taking care of everybody to go. So I think it's just the absolute perfect person to win.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And one of the, I was told that when you find something that you're passionate about, it's really not work. And since learning about the Autism Hope Alliance, so I have to thank Kristin because I don't know if Kristin even remembers that we met at the transition conference some years ago at the Lake Las Vegas. I believe we were at the Westin. I think that's where the conference was, and that's when I learned about the Autism Hope Alliance, which then led me to one-on-one CBD. And when you're passionate about something and something is good, it doesn't feel like work. So like you guys, when my family and friends, they're like, "Oh Lord, here she go. She finna start talking about CBD." It's like they're like they know, like I'm a walking, talking book about this, and I just feel like I was meant to do this, and so I just want to just continue to do my work, my journey, and helping and letting everyone know that we truly have a miracle plant. And I was actually just speaking to my auntie who was beating cancer for the 3rd time by using the products from One-on-One CBD, and she said the same thing that you said, Janet. She said, you deserve this. She was like, you helped me. She was like, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't know about One-on-One CBD and their products and how they could help me heal. So I'm just thanking God for all the blessings and all the networking opportunities we have, and technology and everything that it took to make this dream become a reality. So thank you guys so much.
Absolutely. And I also wanted to thank Kristin, because Kristin really spearheaded this whole project. And, it was just going to be for me, it was just going to be a simple thing that we would do. And of course, Kristin, who is, if you look up in the dictionary, the word overachiever, you'll see her picture first, maybe a few of us behind. And she just went over the top and did so much and went so far and got so many just behind the scenes work with, teams and emails and all these kinds of things. So I really wanted to tip the cap to Kristin for all the hard work that she put in to really make this something special. She sent in like 2 registrations with the International Week Committee and all those kinds of things. And if anybody knows Kristin, she doesn't know how to do anything but absolutely the absolute best. And so that's what she did for the Heal the World Week. So thank you, Kristin, so much for putting this together and really taking charge of it.
Awesome. Well, I love seeing everything that you guys are doing, and I'm just so glad that people took the time to take care of themselves, and really, it was such an honor to see that. And then also congratulations to Latara. That's so awesome, by the way, that you won. I was so happy to see that yesterday. But yeah, I mean, it's like a simple thing, right? Like take self-care and spread the message of this miracle plant. And so what a cool thing that 101 did. And thanks to Justin for all your vision and everything you're doing. So congratulations to everybody.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well,
Thank you. Thank you.
yeah, it was pretty cool, and echoing my mom's sentiments about. It was funny when we were putting together the grand prize and all that types of things. I remember, because we didn't know. I mean, you just never know with these kinds of things. Like, of course, the reason why we have this podcast is because we want to share stories about this miracle plant. Like, people don't know that this plant can shrink tumors. Like, just Google it. Like, it's crazy. Like, people don't know necessarily that it can help with epilepsy. And it was funny today, this lady came into the office in Ventura and she was like, I was telling people that my dog had a seizure and every single person I told said I need to go get CBD oil. So we are making progress, but it's just not common knowledge yet, right? When let's just test common knowledge. If you get a sunburn, what do you guys grab? What's the thing that you grab when you get a sunburn?
Aloe vera.
Okay, right? So that's common knowledge. But the common knowledge needs to be when you hurt yourself, you have pain or inflammation or something that's related to inflammation, that same knee-jerk reaction should be sunburn, aloe vera, inflammation, pain, hemp. And until that day happens, I'm not going to shut up. And I'm going to keep talking, and I'm going to keep doing podcasts, and I'm working on a book with my mom that we're releasing, and we're going to have that on Audible and on Amazon as well. And we're going to keep sharing this message. We're going to keep running Heal the World Weeks. We're going to keep talking to families. We're going to keep opening stores. We're going to keep working in new countries. We're going to keep showing educational videos to people how to grow these products in their backyard, how to grow these seeds, because at the end of the day, there is a better way. We know the system is broken. We know we have something that doesn't have side effects. We are not going to stand back to the FDA or to whatever type of organization that has their own ulterior motives of keeping something as simple as aloe vera helping sunburns, as hemp helping people with pain. This is ridiculous. 500,000 Americans lost their lives because of the opioid crisis. That is a stat you can Google and look up. And people died because they were prescribed these opioid addictive pain pills in the millions. And so these pharmaceutical companies could make money. Let's not kid ourselves. They published reports that 1%, there is a 1% chance that people would become addicted to opioids. That's what Big Pharma published. So the fact is, there's a reason why it's hard for us to get these messages out. There's a reason why we have to go above and beyond and do podcasts and figure out ways to have organic reach to get these messages out in these stories and these podcasts and these clubhouses. So I urge you, everybody, keep talking, keep sharing like Latara did. Keep telling people about these stories. We are making a difference. We are making a dent in the universe. Let's just keep sharing. Let's keep telling these stories. Our mission will get there. And if it takes 5 years or 10 years or 20 years, people are going to know that plant-based medicine is the way. We've been using this plant for 8,000 years. In fact, Big Pharma is the alternative medicine. And that alternative medicine has been proven to not be effective. It has side effects. We all know these stories. So follow your intuition. Keep spreading the message about this miracle plant. That's why we do what we do. That's why we work so hard that we work. And I just want to thank everybody for all your hard work, and keep fighting the good fight. Keep sharing those messages on Facebook. Keep telling your friends about it, even though they might look at you weird because they think that you're going to get stoned, or it's pot, or it's marijuana, or it's Cheech and Chong. Who cares? It's helping people, right? If this plant has helped you or had a profound impact on your life, it is your moral obligation, in my opinion, to share it forward, to pay it forward. That's what I did. We started the organizations, 101cbd.org and the Miracle Plant, to continue to pay it forward, because there's too many families, there's too many people that are suffering and that are dying because they don't have access to this information, because no one is talking about it. The fact if all that this plant did was help with pain and inflammation, and that you would immediately think of sunburn, aloe vera, and hemp and pain, that would be enough. But it does so much more than that. So anyways, I get so fired up because I see the impact that this plant has. All of us on this panel have seen it in our lives, whether it's profound stories, profound, just impact on whether our children had severe diagnosis, whether it's autoimmune or autism or whatever it is. Just keep doing, keep fighting, keep sharing, keep talking, and eventually we'll get there. We'll have that raise that human consciousness where we start to make good decisions and we start to trust our instincts and not just hand over the responsibility of our own health and the health of our loved ones to some stranger who's being fed information that's wrong. We know it's wrong. We need to get back to simpler times, right? We had Take Care of Your Health Summit, and it was all about the 5 pillars of health. We need to exercise more. We need to drink more water. We need to eat whole foods. We need to meditate or be mindful, and we need to sleep. That's all the medicine you'll ever need. We need to, there's a funny thing that I shared today on Instagram about, there's a long line of health issues. There's a line that says pills. And then the other line says lifestyle change, and no one's in line in the lifestyle change. Everyone's in line in the pill line. Well, we need to change that. And having these podcasts and having these Heal the World weeks and having all the Clubhouse meetings and things like that, we're getting there. And I just encourage you and inspire everybody to keep on doing what you're doing. So anyways, I'm fired up. Let's heal the world.
Yes. No, I totally agree with you. And sometimes it feels a little uncomfortable to share. Like, for instance, like this morning I was at the dentist, and he's slightly cynical, shall we say. But the hygienist cleaning my teeth, was super interested and kept asking me. And she was also impressed because I hadn't been there for like 6 months, that I didn't have like the plaque and things they normally see, and that my teeth have not shown any problems or anything. And it just started talking about it. And again, too, is good research in the dental area. Our problem is there's so many areas that it helps. It's hard to keep documenting it all. But I was inspired again, just take that chance. Sometimes I go through the airport wearing my 101 CBD t-shirt, and it starts all kinds of conversations. And like I say, there's just so many people. And if people say, I don't have any health problems, then I say, do you know anybody with autism? And that's another one. I'd swear about 50 to 60% of people or more that I mentioned know somebody, their neighbor, their grandchild, they're another student in their class or something. And so we're used to being also polite and friendly and everything. And so it does take that step to talk to strangers, to talk to people. But Justin's just absolutely right. There was another cartoon I saw very similar that showed this doctor said, well, you need to eat, get better water. You need to stop eating so much fast food. Go to bed on time at night, just like 4 or 5 suggestions. And he said if people literally did that, it would change their health. But people deep down, and I talk about this a lot with other people, it's so much easier to turn over the responsibility for our health and health decisions to somebody else who we see as somebody smarter than us and more trained than us, who has this amazing secret knowledge. And it's scary the first time you say, I'm not going to take the medicine, I'm going to figure out for myself what to do. I remember doing that when my one son was very ill. And I sat there looking at the medicine they gave him and looking at this baby. And I just said, I'm going to have to take that chance and go out on my own and make the decisions. And then the doctors, by the way, aren't super friendly with you if you're not doing what they recommend. But I think all of us who've had problems medicine couldn't solve have already been forced to do alternative things. And so anyway, I'm exactly the same way Justin is. I want to be heard. And even in CBD world, I want to be heard over the people with all the money like Martha Stewart and Cheech and Chong that have the huge marketing arms and unlimited money and name recognition. And so that's why we work so hard every day to make sure they understand the difference in what we have and they can get help. So again, too, I guess Justin and I both like to jump. All of us do. And obviously Latara did, is why she won. So again, too, it's just so hard to get this word out. So anybody listening, anybody there, just tell one more person this week. And I'll step off my soapbox.
Thank you so much, Janet. Oh my goodness. So I see that Rachel had her hand raised. I have been trying to bring her up. I'm not sure if she still wants to speak, but if you did, you can go ahead and come up because I did send you the invite to speak.
Absolutely. And at the end of the day, it's that's what Heal the World Week is, right? It's that one time that we make a conscious effort to take care of ourselves, to help someone else and spread the message. And we can do that every day. We can make that choice every day. And why shouldn't we do that every single day? It's like everyone should treat everyone like it's their birthday every single day. And we can take one thing for ourselves, self-care, one time for the day, whether that's meditation, a walk on the beach, getting a healthy shake, something, reading a book, bath, you name it. Take care of yourself. One thing, right? And help someone else. One thing. And then share one thing. That's it. And every single week can be Heal the World Week if you'd make that decision from this day forward. And that's the right thing to do, so I encourage you to do it. But anyways, we're so fired up about this miracle plant. We're so fired up about what's going on. There's so many beautiful things that are coming, and we've all been, dealing with what we've been dealing with for the last 2 years. And it seems like we're coming out of the tunnel. There's light at the end of the road. And we just can't wait for the world to open back up. We have so many big plans. We have so many countries and governments that we're waiting to work with. And everyone's just been in this holding pattern. And there's so much healing that needs to be done, so much information, so much education, so many free products that need to be done. And we're just so excited that maybe finally, we can get things back on track where people just go out and live their lives and go for walks in the park. As you could hear the wind in the background, I'm at my daughter's t-ball right now. And we're outside of the park in the sunshine getting our 20 minutes of vitamin D on your forehead. You don't need to take a pill for it. Go take your hat off and go outside every day for 20 minutes. That's vitamin D. That's all the vitamin D you need. You know what I mean? And we need to get back to simpler times, and we need to get this information out, because I'm sure some of you right now are hearing things you never heard before. And this information needs to be common knowledge. There were simpler times. We need to get back to simpler times where we understand simpler ways of living and taking care of ourselves and taking responsibility for our own health. And that's what it's all about, right? That's the name of the summit that we did. Take control of your health. Don't give it away, right? The information's there, folks, right? We live in a different world. We just do. And you want to become an expert at something, you can go Google it and you can become an expert at something. The only thing that you can't replace is experience. So just like the movie Doc Hollywood that I've talked about a lot, and if you give me a doctor who's in their 70s and they've seen it all and they've been around the block and they understand how our bodies work and they understand the holistic ways of mankind getting here for the last 2 million years, I'll listen to what he's got to say or she has to say all day long. Because nothing replaces experience and expertise when they understand how life really works. But other than that, do your own research, man, and understand what your philosophy is. What's your health philosophy? Do you have one? Get one. What makes sense to you? And my recommendation to you would be follow your instincts. Follow your intuition. That is what's right. What sounds real right to you? Taking eating a salad or taking some pills to be healthy? What feels right to you? What is that? Where is that? And then once you develop your philosophy, what makes sense to you, and trust your instincts, your spirit, then find people that align with you. If you don't like what they're telling you, if it doesn't gel with your intuition, go find someone else. Go find someone that is on your page. You don't need to get on their page. They need to get on your page. And the first step is figuring out what your page is, define it, understand it, and then find people to get on your team, not vice versa. A lot of these doctors these days, they don't know how to solve these problems. They should just say it. And when we came up with a plant and research, and screw research, there's thousands and tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands and millions of people that have taken this plant, and we've heard the stories. What more do you need? Fortunately, out here in California, we do have doctors that are taking it, that are referring people to us, that are going back to school to learn about the endocannabinoid system. And I praise them. God bless them. Because they took an oath to do no harm. And we all know there has been way too much harm done. This plant will not harm you. It will only help you heal yourself. So with that, I'm fired up today. I took my boost stacks, you can tell.
I completely felt everything that you said, Justin. I'm fired up as well because, like I said before, at the beginning of the podcast when it started, my auntie, and she's given me permission to talk about her story. You have to think about a person who's been diagnosed with cancer, not one, not two, but 3 times. 3 times. And them telling her, I'm sorry, but you only have 3 to 6 months to live. And when I spoke to her, I said, oh, they must not know the miracle plant. They must not know the power of the miracle plant. And when she got her shipment in and she started consuming the product and taking it, every single week, she came to me with a praise report. My blood work is better. I don't need any more transplants. They said my kidney function is better. You know, everything was just healing every week. And again, like I said, this was in December of 2020. It is now 2022. My auntie beat cancer. She was able to come to my wedding. And now we're literally planning a family reunion for Thanksgiving for my family. And I mean, I don't even know what more proof, you know, as far as a testimony to tell someone who's struggling with any type of disease, her story, you know, not just my story, but her story. That's, you know, so many people are getting diagnosed with cancer. So many people are popping opioids, popping pills, and having so many different illnesses because of that pill. And I always say, if you take one pill, you got to take another pill to replace the pill that you're already taking, because it doesn't help. You know, this is something that I'm really passionate about, and I'm going to tell the truth. And, you know, you have some people that will try to argue with us and say, hey, that's not necessarily true, but it is. The proof is in the pudding. How you take somebody that's going through chemo, radiation, getting transplants, you know, and then that completely flips around and they're 100% okay today. Let's argue about that.
Oh, I know. They always say, oh, show me the medical journals. Like I have a brother who's not doing well, and I have a group in my family that will not consider anything that's alternative. I mean, they mock me for eating fresh fruit. And so there's this person, the doctors have said they have nothing they can do but give him palliative radiation and chemo. In other words, make his life miserable till they kill him. And it's just so frustrating that people, even in the face of death, won't open up their mind to alternatives. And so that's why your aunt's story is a blessing. And so many people that have cancer once or twice, because of the destruction of their body and immune system by the treatments, many of them do just get it back again. So again, too, I know we're on this mission, and it is so frustrating because we feel so passionate about it. We see it working. We read the research, and just to overcome this, the massive amount of information people are fed. Well, if you watch TV, one of the very main groups that sponsor commercials is obviously the pharmaceutical industry, and all their commercials showing you dancing in the sunshine in the grass or whatever. At the bottom it's listing all the side effects, death, you know, your arm falls off or whatever, but all people see and remember is that happy little picture. And so we're fighting a huge multi-billion trillion dollar business, and who that would love to squash us like ants. And so we do have a huge mission to be heard through all that noise and all those promises and all these doctors who claim they are the smartest people in the world, and of course they have the answers. And so again, do I feel like we're David versus Goliath? But I think we're going to be we need to be the strongest David we can be. I mean, David did win in the end. So again, too, I think our message today, besides the fact, I mean, you won for sharing. And so sharing is what needs to happen. And it has to be each one of us sharing even some small part of our story, kind of wherever you go. And so I bless you all for being here, and everybody that's been on this journey with us. And all I can keep saying is we've got to heal the world, and we've got to heal our children. That's my main focus. Anyway, so glad to be here with some fellow thinkers and like-minded people.
Absolutely. Dan, Kristin, do you have anything to add before we wrap up?
I'll let Kristin go first if she's ready.
Sure. I'm just so excited, as you guys all know, about this product. And it's funny to even say a product, because to me it's just a way of life for us. And it's like you turn on, the faucet for water to brush your teeth. Well, then you also, you take your CBD oil, and obviously we have seen, miracle after miracle after miracle with our own son. And so I'm just honored to be able to continue to share that message. If anyone that's listening has any doubt, you can reach out to any of us. And I'm sure all of us would love to share our stories, because once you see something that works, you just want to scream it from the rooftops. So, I hope everybody has an awesome week. And just, again, thank you to Justin and his family for creating something to really change lives, not just their own lives, but changed all of our lives.
Absolutely. Beautiful. Yeah. And thank you for all you do. And I know you worked, countless hours and, as the president of the Autism Hope Alliance, and you've reached thousands of families, and we'll just keep, we'll just keep helping one family at a time. That's really the mission. And at some point we'll hit that virality where, whatever will happen, the universe has its wisdom of the right timing for all of this to roll out. Just like the plant was deemed illegal for 80 years while we all messed around with pesticides and GMOs, and this plant went underground for 80 years. And now that we understand how toxic pesticides and roundups and heavy metals are everywhere, that now that it's back, and now it actually has to be organic. You can't grow it with pesticides right now. And so now this plant really can, save the world. As Jack Herrera always said, hemp may not save the world, but it's the only thing that can. And so whether or not we decide to help this plant help us while we're still here as a species, that'd be great, wouldn't it, for us to help us, humankind? But at the end of the day, hemp's going to come and clean up this world whether we're here or not. Because hemp grows wild, it cleans up the soil, it cleans up the air, it cleans up the atmosphere, it cleans up the heavy metals, all the damage that we've done. This plant cleans. And it's more than just healing our bodies. It heals the planet. And so, again, that's going to be the next revision of 101 hemp as we start to see this plant go into its industrial strengths and taking over, for all the plastics and the toxins that we make from the clothes that we wear and the paints that we paint with and all of the things that we use petroleum-based products for, which is why this plant went away in 1937, because those industrialists did not want to compete with hemp. I mean, Thomas Jefferson said that hemp is a matter of national security. It's that important of a plant. Our founding fathers of this country grew hemp, knew hemp. When World War II, they made hemp legal and encouraged farmers to grow hemp for the war efforts, for the ropes and the sails of the parachutes and all of that. And then they made it illegal again. So again, we are here to spread this message. If you've had a child or a loved one or a parent who's gone through hell and back, and you were at your last inch of hope, or you've even given up hope, and you found something that worked, like we did, like so many of us here on this stage, it changes your life because it answers your prayers. And that's why we're so passionate.
I'll jump in with it. My favorite quote reminds me of this in the Blues Brothers. Everybody remembers John Belushi, and we are. I feel the same. It's not even funny. We are on a mission from God, and it was kind of a joke line in the movie, but I just truly feel that. I mean, look at this, what we have in our knowledge, and we are one of the hemp and CBD and the things we have, and being holistic is something that can totally change the world and the planet. And so we have a big burden and a big goal on our shoulders. But again, too, I think all the right people are being drawn to it. And that's why I'm just so thrilled with the team we have and the people that support us that have received the benefits from this plant. So if anybody has any other great ideas or other ways, like the conferences and summits that we're doing, we just need to keep doing more and more. And the beginning is always slow, and we're still in that initial stages. And there will be a time it explodes, and we just have to believe that and keep working. So thank you, everybody who's here with us on this journey.
Absolutely. We got another brand ambassador, another Heal the Worlder, hashtag Heal the Worlder. Connie's on stage. What's going on, Connie? We're out here just talking about this miracle plant and how it's changed our lives in so many extraordinary ways.
Well, I can't even articulate how much it changed my life. I had no life until I walked into 101 CBD, barely walking into 101 CBD. And today, in fact, last week, I was out running with my dog. So I couldn't even imagine that back when my neuropathy was so bad and my pain was so awful that I couldn't sleep. And so, yeah, and it's been really a great week because I've had an opportunity to share. Actually, it's been a good month to share with so many people my story, because more and more people are realizing that a whole plant organic CBD is actually working for so many things other than just pain or anxiety or lack of sleep. It's actually healing people, as Janet so often says, bringing our bodies into homeostasis so that our body can heal itself. And we know from thousands of years that if you give your body what it needs, it will heal itself. So yeah, brand ambassador, yes, forever.
Absolutely. And And we're so happy that you found us and that you've taken the torch and carried it on to your circle of influence and continuing to do what you do to share the message about your story and about this plan. And we're getting there. And some days may not feel like there's enough progress or momentum, but like I said, there's a grand design out there that we're not in charge of it. So the timing, it'll be on God's time when this all unfolds, and hopefully, the fight will continue to fight, with people like Patrick Goggin on the California Hemp Council, which I'm a part of. We're actually writing the laws in California to make sure that this plant is represented the way it needs to be represented. So people aren't buying it in some Epidiolex $32,000 a year product that's a synthetic version and with all kinds of fillers and garbage. But that this plant is accessible through the like products like ours, on the shelves, whole plant, cold pressed, holistic. That's why chiropractors love us so much, because when we tell them, oh yeah, whole plant raw, oh yeah, that's it, baby. And to make sure people have access to that, because you know what, the FDA did, through Big Pharma, through the FDA, through the California Public Health Department, came out with the frequently asked questions 3 years ago, deeming CBD to be illegal after the Farm Bill. They put a chill on the factor. They were pulling CBD products off the shelf because GW Pharma said that it was their patent on CBD. So anybody that had CBD isolate, which was their patent, they were getting products pulled from the shelves. Things that said CBD on it, pulled from the shelf. So yes, we have a fight, and we have been fighting. The good news is we're the good. We're the light. Yes, we have to fight harder. Yes, we're not sitting on our private jets and smoking our cigars and trying to squash this little nuisance. But we are the good. We are here for the people. We are here to pay it forward for what this plant has done for us and our families and so many more people. So that's why we're going to have a Heal the World week every week, and we encourage you to every week, if this plant has helped you, pay it forward. Tell your story. Don't sit there and hesitate. Have the courage to share your story, just like Connie was saying, just like Latara was saying. Share your story. It is your story. And we're just so happy to have everybody here to talk about this on the Miracle Plant Podcast. Please come back. If you want to be a guest, be a guest. If you want to try the product for free, go to freechillcbd.com. Go get one. Just pay shipping. We'll mail it to you. Try it. Take a half a dropper under the tongue for 5 minutes. Let it go through your sublingual gland directly into your blood. Let it circulate. Take it twice a day. Start with that until the product's gone. Then come back and tell us your story. That's what this is all about. So I want to thank everybody for coming on. Thank you, Latara, for sharing the message, and Kristin for putting this on, and my mom for all of her wonderful expertise and knowledge, and Dan for the platform and being the co-host, and Connie doing all the wonderful healing and sharing that she's doing. I feel so blessed and grateful to be a part of this team. So on the count of 3 of every podcast, we always say heal the world, because that's what we're doing, if it hasn't been made clear enough.
Oh yeah,
we say heal the world.
We're here,
because
brother.
We are here to heal the world and get the message out. So on the count of 3, let's say heal the world, and welcome everyone. Come back next week for Miracle Plant Podcast, 10 a.m. Pacific, Clubhouse, every single Saturday. 1, 2, 3. Heal the world! Thanks for tuning in. See you next week at the Miracle Plant Podcast.
Love you all. Bye-bye.
Love you all.